to the Colorado State Constitution, which had the effect of nullifying existing laws protecting gays and lesbians from discrimination. Since then, opponents of the ban have been urging tourists and conventions to boycott Colorado. ABC's Tom Foreman reports that the fight over Amendment 2 has left some of the state's many celebrity residents unsure of where their loyalties lie.
Amendment 2 has turned Aspen, the playground of the rich and famous, into a battleground. Ever since Colorado voters approved the measure which canceled gay rights laws in Aspen, Boulder, and Denver, the celebrity set has been debating boycott or not. Dozens of stars who spend winter in Aspen oppose the amendment, but they are arguing about whether that should mean cutting their ties to the town. For example, tennis star Martina Navratilova is vowing to sell her Aspen home. But longtime friend Chris Everett says a boycott would unfairly punish Aspen, which voted 3-1 against Amendment 2.
I think this community needs support. They don't need a boycott.
Negative publicity alone is costing Colorado. Millions of dollars worth of conventions have been canceled. Cities from New York to San Francisco have barred travel by government workers to Colorado. Ski resorts fear losing a fortune in tourism, and on the celebrity circuit, the debate goes on.
Well, I truly don't think that the Amendment 2 and its passage was a true reflection of the people of Colorado.
In simple terms, celebrities are being forced to choose between their principles and their playground. Many say they want to stand up for gay rights, but they never expected that would mean giving up the glamour of Aspen. So beneath the shadow of million-dollar homes and above the din of the glitzy night spots, there are rumblings about hypocrisy and suggestions the star set will do some serious soul-searching as soon as ski season is over.
Referendum. Opponents of the law held a concert to get their message heard. KUSA's Dan Dennison reports.
Frequent Aspen visitor actor Harry Hamlin introduced the show and said what's on many minds here.
It's ironic that we have to deal with this issue here, of all places. Colorado has always been considered a very tolerant state, but there are certain things in life that must not be tolerated. And one of them is discrimination in any form.
This was a simple performance. John Denver sang.
Or perhaps from an old Cheyenne.
And Anthony Zerbe read selections from Lime Creek, a novel now being written.
Clear water in his own tongue.
Before the show, a small crowd gathered in front of this historic theater. Some people hoped to catch a glimpse of a star. Others from a newly organized anti-2 group handed out pink ribbons.
Basically, it just says that we're against discrimination of any kind in any form.
I believe a boycott is not the way.
It's kind of a dead-end street, so to speak. You know, it works to a certain extent, but then in the end, someone has to get in the trenches and begin to work toward something positive.
Back in the cities, they have different ways. Football, eggnog, Christmas parades.
Headliners include John Denver, who lives in Aspen. But Liza Minnelli boycotted this concert after first agreeing to be part of it. Performers say they prefer to fight from the inside.
Merry Christmas and goodwill to all. Merry Christmas, everyone.
In Aspen, Colorado, I'm Pat Woodard for CBS News.
The benefit show is expected to raise thousands for the Aspen Fund to undo 2.
It's a privilege to be a part of change, positive, furthering change going on in the world.
For CNN, this is Dan Dennison reporting in Aspen.
And later, a touch of spring.
For several years. Though he supports gay rights, he believes the boycott will hurt the wrong people.
If we turn this thing around because of the boycott, it'll be because of economic pressure, not because people's consciousness was raised or we learned something more and began to understand to a large degree our fellow human beings.
Ad hopes celebrities who don't want to boycott Colorado will follow John Denver's lead and get active in fighting the law. From Los Angeles, I'm Amy Powell for E! News Week in Review.